I'm pleased to be joined by Jason Candle, the head football coach here at Toledo at the National Football Foundation banquet at the Glass City Center. Coach, I want to start actually where last season ended with the 6-overtime thrilling win over Pittsburgh. In the moment you were asked where that win ranked for you amongst craziest games you've been a part of, now having time to reflect on it, where would you say that it ranks now?
Well, I think that what a unique experience, right? You get a chance to go to Detroit over the holidays, and you get a chance to experience a bowl trip, and it was a great week. First class experience from Game Above and everything they did for our kids and our organization, and to finish the game off that way and to win it in that fashion, truly a special moment for our team, and one that I think we're going to use to springboard into a great offseason here.
Talking about that, spring football in full swing right now. What is your favorite part of spring football that's maybe different, say, than preseason practices?
Well, there's the guard's down a little bit, so there's not a game at the end of the rainbow here that we have to prepare for. So a lot of guys get a lot of intentional work. They get a chance to develop at their pace, and we can really create some real great organic competition in between our team. Just watching the new team come together, right? This is Team 2025. You put last year's in the rearview mirror and you look forward to what's ahead and try to do the best job you can and just letting guys be who they are and show the coaches what they can do and show their teammates what they can do.
You talk about team culture all the time, and you've really become known for some of your coaching isms, like yesterday's home runs don't win today's games. Just where do you get a lot of your coaching mentality and kind of inspiration from?
Well, I think that, the leader of the program has to be able to, live it before he says it. So, I'm a very process-driven person. Our staff is a very process-driven organization, and we try to, let young people at age 18 to 22 or 23 years old to understand what the importance of that is. There's adversities in each and every day of our lives. And whether you're a football coach, you're a police officer, you're work at a television network, it doesn't matter where you work. There's always going to be things that don't go your way, and how you respond to those things, I think, is ultimately going to define who you are and how and what you become. And we're just blessed that we have a captive audience to try to teach those things. So, whether it's our past experiences or experiences from others, we try to put as many of those things in front of our team as we possibly can, so we can continue to come, to form their own beliefs and what maybe they want to be when their cleats come off someday, like the rest of us did.
You talk about you have to live it. Transitioning to something a little bit more fun. Back when you were a wide receiver, who was the player that you most looked up to growing up?
Oh my. Well, probably before wide receiver days. I think you'd probably asked me at 16 what I was going to be then. I probably told you the point guard of the Chicago Bulls. So probably Michael Jordan back then. To watch that guy is just greatness and how he carried himself on and off the basketball court, and his ability to seize the moment when it mattered the most. I think those were inspiring things for me at the time.
Would you say that you're harder on the wide receivers because you used to be one? And if so, why?
That's a good question for them. You might want to ask them that question. I think that, anything that has to do with, coaching or being involved with the offense, those coaches have it a little bit more difficult than maybe the defensive coaches do. Those players have it a little bit more of a difficult time than maybe the defensive, kids do. So we're striving for, perfection. And, at times last year I didn't, think we were that. And each and every year, like I said, takes on a different mentality, but the standard should remain the same. And we have high expectations for ourselves offensively here. So sometimes I get a little irritated, a little animated when it comes to that side of the football, but no farther, looking than right in the mirror at myself when it comes to that most of the time.
And then finally, your relationship with Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni is well documented out there. I'm curious, though, is there a roommate story that you can share with us from your times when you guys lived together?
Well, since he threw me out there on Barstool Sports, I guess I'd have to rebuttal here. But that guy's never. I don't know, maybe it's a better question for his wife, but when I lived with him, he wasn't the best at doing his dishes. So, I guess we'll start and end there with that. But a great roommate, a great friend, a great football coach. Really proud of his success, what they've been able to accomplish there in Philadelphia, and a guy that really walks it like he says it too. So, he's authentic as the day is long, and I think his players really appreciate that. I appreciated that about him as a player when I met him, and that's why our friendship is so strong, because he's real.
Do you think coaching inspiration goes both ways for the two of you? He inspires you, you inspire him?
I don't know about all that. You'd have to ask him that. But, a really cool experience to watch him finish that game and to be able to do with a couple of our Rockets on the team. A really fulfilling moment, a really cool thing for Toledo football to see that Super Bowl happen and unfold how it did.
Well, thanks so much, Coach. I appreciate the time.